Oh, we're back, Mac.
Jesus, mate. Over 2,000 kilometres. Can't stop a mighty 1KD.
So we're actually in the future here, but we've just been down at Newcastle.
Went to see Jake from Tuneworks and all the boys.
Because that is where the dad bus is. So we're going to find out this episode what actually happened, because you haven't seen it since Western Australia.
Correct. So where's it been and why isn't it coming back?
Let's get started.
The hula chicken ain't really hulaing at the moment, mate. We're on that Brucey and it is absolutely cooked. We've been sitting in this for about 20 minutes.
Yeah, we picked the worst time.
7 a.m. No good. Is there a clock in here? Oh, it actually works.
Oh, what?
7:10.
Used to be that way.
AM or PM, I don't know. You be the judge. Probably by the blue skies, it's probably AM. Yeah. Okay, so TJ and myself are on the way down to Newcastle, and sure enough, first highway you hit is the Bruce. And it's absolutely cooked. It's pretty standard. Worst highway in Australia, they say.
It actually was rated. I've heard that.
Yeah. It's very rare, and if you do get the Bruce Highway with no traffic.
Because don't think you can go at night. Oh, no.
Then you get the road works.
Then it's 40 k's an hour between stopping. It's stopping or 40.
Let's take your pick. We're going to get the dad bus, and we're going to tune up the LN. We're in the mighty LN. Woo! Hula chicken. Do you agree this is the worst highway in Australia? Oh, yep, that's a yep. TJ, you're going a little fast there, mate. There is a bit of an issue. We are actually only going 94 kilometres an hour at 135.
I don't know, there's something going on. You know what's funny is that when it had 37s on it, it was perfectly calibrated.
So,
yeah, like that 37 though.
So if you do see in-car of the LN,
it's not doing 160.
It's not actually doing 160 down the bench. It's just not working. It just doesn't really work properly. It's not. We need to work out the calibration, how we can fix it. So
we'll figure it out now.
Yeah, we might see if Tuneworks knows what it is, but they are a mechanical speedo, so it's interesting. And I bet you there'd be some LN Gurus.
It was working, and now it's not.
Yeah, surf with an auto. Yeah, correct. Okay, a little bit different. It's a surf with an A340 and an M70 transfer case.
Could be half the issue, eh? Time to hit the road. A casual 10-hour drive for the LN, and we're in Newcastle before we know it. Down at the one and only Tuneworks, so we're going to throw her on, do a little pre-run. We've got my stockos on, just the Steelies, because apparently mud tyres can get a bit wild on a dyno, so safety sort of issue if you're wondering. Well mate, first time.
No pressure. Lucky it's in the floor.
Sounds good on camera. The soundproofing.
What's that?
Oh, the soundproof.
The sound.
It's like really nice audio in here until you turn a car on.
Oh, it actually is. It's like I'm in a movie cinema. Dude, that stuff's cool.
What's the game plan, mate? What's the game plan?
Mate, we'll do a bit of a pre-run and see what she's doing. And I'm going to iron some smoke out of this thing.
Yeah, she's very smoky.
I was going to say, has everybody brought their hazmat and gas mask? Because this, even though it's already black, that Tuneworks sign will be gone. Like,
we need to do a bit of extraction fan magic, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see how that
try not to kill everyone around the terrace. We'll see how we go.
Turboed it. That's cool.
Yeah, big boy.
They tune everything around here, even the extraction fans.
Jake quickly shows us a plan for the new tune. But not before running it up to get some initial numbers and to see what's going on.
So 36 pound flat on gate, and then 14 to 1 we dip to. So what we're going to try and do is, it actually comes in alright here, like that bit of richness off boost is not too bad. We'll probably try and tail it around 14.5 from up here. and then we're going to try and get it to come 16 to 1 just flat. That's the aim.
That's something to compare to what we're going to get today.
Yeah.
Last time was a bit different. That was a hub dyno. Apparently did 275, 285 on a hub dyno.
Hub dynos run different. You've missed your top, like you've taken the weight of your tyre off for one.
Yeah, so you've got more.
Yeah,
There's
more direct, so you have less drama on losses.
Bit of a cheat.
Bit of a cheat.
So what we make, like 230 horsepower?
Yeah,
200
horsepower. It's a bit fat. Boost is good.
Yeah.
Play around with some fueling and see what you can do.
So we're not going for extremo race car. I just want torquey and like clean and safe.
We get 300 horsepower.
Nah. While Jake starts crunching the numbers for the new tune in his office, we decided to run the LN through a bit of a logbook service, seeming we haven't done that yet since the engine conversion. Run the LN in for a bit of a service because it's been driving around for a while now. It's done absolutely everything, even did my diffs, so that's pretty cool. Had a full birthday and now we're going to throw it back on the dyno. We've had a full birthday. Diff foils, engine oils, fluids, flush, filters, the works. Ready to thrash her on a dyno.
We've realised it's probably done about, I don't know, like 6,000 or 7,000 Ks now and hasn't had a service yet, you know, freshly built motor. I thought boys were like, let's freshen her up onto 100,000 Ks on a dyno. Top out at 180 Ks an hour.
This is an audio test.
This is an audio test. We're doing a run. It should be very slow and laggy. Just for reference today, we're talking about how it's very, very lean at the start and then it's in, but we want to get a nice 17 to 1 AFR.
You're going to pretend you know what you're talking about.
I'm going to pretend to know what I'm talking about. So Jake's given me a rundown. I'm now a master tuner. No. There were some funny fueling issues going on that Jake's found, so he's just gone back to sort of like a fairly safe stock starting base. Still making nearly the same power, 160 kilowatt. A little bit down on torque. Down, gets a bit richer when we come on boost and leans out. So the boys were saying they basically want to see a flat line around that 17 to 1 ratio. We were 14 to 1, which means it was very rich, which is why it was so sooty. Too much fuel to air going in and out. So yeah, it was 36 pound. Now we're making similar power off less boost. So we'll see what. So it's funny because Jake's not even here. He's in his tuning office with his big bloody.
Oh, I understand exactly what I'm looking at. Yeah.
Boost AFRs, so we lost, so like I said, we pulled a heap of fuel.
So it's way leaner, is that the terminology?
Yeah, we pulled a heap of fuel out, I mean nearly everything. We have lost a bit of power, but what I'm mainly worried about is we've lost a lot of fuel drive for the turbo here. So that's your boost. Lost a couple of pound overall, but we've lost a lot of response, which is your main concern. You wanted that.
Yeah, I want it to be as much torque as soon as possible.
Yeah. So if you look,
yeah, I've got a gated tail, but maybe the wrong setup.
It still works some magic. So we'll do some more runs because that wasn't horribly responsive, but we're also going to try and get it a little bit earlier. But it is a big turbo and it's gated. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. And he just explained to me why.
Your arch nemesis.
Well, look, it's not arch nemesis, but I'm a big technology guy. I think a lot of tuners are technology-driven guys, and VNT is just new technology. You get a better response. You get, it's a lot easier to get early in boost with no soot.
So the thing I've got is a gated turbo, yes.
Yes.
And your VNT turbo is more of a modern setup. It's what you get on your factory vehicles.
It is.
You were explaining to me.
And look, I know why people go this way because they sound cool. You get really good top end power. You do sacrifice a bit of that bottom end.
Advantages and disadvantages to either one.
There is.
But a lot of people on TikTok want the big flutter noise. Which one's better for that?
Oh, look, when you got a, I'll be the first one to say, when you got a gated turbo on gate, it sounds fucking sick.
All right, so that's...
You can't...
So you want the TikTok... If you want a TikTok build, you get a gated turbo, and you just boost and back off, and...
Yeah.
And you can be not Zane Nelson.
Can I just chime in here and throw it back to Fink when my car threw the biggest flutter you've ever heard in its life, and it's a VNT turbo.
You can get a good flutter out of a Cruiser.
I mean, if you run 40 pounds through it or whatever, you can get any turbo. The explosion noise is really loud, yeah. You can get the VNT turbos to do it as well.
Whoop. Up first run. So it now comes
Very similar power and everything, but way less fuel. Is that a noise out there? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's your car.
I heard a squeak.
Oh no.
It's the bird, I think.
He's on edge. It's like it's his first tune he's ever had. So it comes on boost, 26 pound of boost by 1800 RPM,
Which is very early, which
Yeah.
is what I want. I want to torque off the bat.
especially for a gated turbo, which is good. AFRs are happy, nice and clean.
Yeah, it's way more responsive.
Yeah.
You can straight away tell. And there's a bit of soot out the back, nowhere near what it was. It was way over sooty. Okay. Good. To say, it does feel the same, but quicker. Like,
Like it's quicker earlier.
it's like identical, but way earlier.
Yeah. When we first tuned it, we didn't have a lot of time. We had a few issues going on, slipping converter.
Yeah.
So it's cool to be able to put some time into it this time, and
Yeah.
Jake's done a good job.
Yeah, the first time the boys had a converter issue, and it was late at night and it was all rushed.
We were there for a few hours battling some dramas, and then midnight came around like that.
Got the wheels back on. So we just went for a test drive, and very pleased to say it is extremely responsive in comparison to what it was before we got here. Boost is coming on much, much earlier. So even though the finished result is basically identical, I think it came in at 224 and it's 227 horsepower now, it actually feels a lot quicker off the mark anyway, because that torque is way earlier. If you're wondering why the numbers are varying a little bit, so the first tune it got was on a hub dyno, which is not really comparable to at the tire or the wheel. So we're on 33-inch tire for this tune. So this power rating is in relation to 33-inch tire at the tire. I know it doesn't sound as impressive, but I tell you what, when you drive this thing, due to the weight, I think it weighs about 1.8 ton, you certainly feel like there's a lot of power. I can tell you that for free. And I believe you could probably squeeze a fair bit more out of it, but we're going for a very reliable sort of a tune, and we want the power to hit really early. What do you think about the tune?
Mate, I reckon it came up really good. Comes on a lot earlier, like 400 RPM earlier.
And I can feel it in the pedal.
Yeah, you definitely can.
It feels like a modern car.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Yeah, not as much soot.
Yep.
And apparently a lot less fuel to make it do that.
Yeah, so we bumped the AFR up a whole point. Got it pretty flat dialed in. We can show a graph. Instantaneous boost at 1800 instead of 22 peak boost.
Which it doesn't, I guess it doesn't sound like much, but you can feel it.
Oh, yeah, 400 RPM, and
in tuning wheels a lot?
It's a lot, yeah. Yep.
Am I right in saying if you tuned it so the power come in a little bit later, you could probably get a bigger number on a graph?
Yep.
But really a full drive, in my opinion. Anyway, it should be as early as possible.
Early as possible, and it's more about drivability than outright numbers too.
Because you're on a beach, you want that torque to hit.
Snappy.
Oh, what? You don't have one, mate? You gonna sniff her out?
Found her. Sniffed him out from a mile away. Whew.
After hours tuning.
After our tune. Righto, let's talk about what the hell happened to the dad bus.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
So the question on everybody's mind, where the hell has the dad bus been? And it did make it here to get fixed, yeah. So what went wrong? What happened?
We had a bit of an issue with an injectoid, cracked a cap nut. So
That is wild. That
It
is
is.
a very strange...
look, if anything's going to break, it's going to be on your car.
Now, of
to be
course,
fair.
yeah.
That's not a diff.
It's not a diff, yeah, and it's not Jake's fault because that nut is a factory part.
It's a factory nut, gets reused again on their exchange injectors. Look, I think it's just one of those things that's happened. They've never seen it happen before.
Oh, so I was just about to ask, is that something you've ever seen before?
Never seen it happen before. I haven't heard of it personally, but people have said, I've seen it on different cars. So it's not unknown, but G-Turbo definitely, it's not something that happens all the time. I've fitted thousands of these. Literally thousands of these plus hundreds.
The reason it's on the dyno is we're putting multi-map in. So
Yeah.
what are we going for? 2 tunes, 3 tunes?
4.
4 tunes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually controlled by cruise control. Bit tougher on your car because with 8-speed cruise
8
control.
speed's got a
just,
slightly different cruise control system.
Different setup, but
Yeah.
we're going to make it work. Just going to make some wiring magic stuff.
Believe it or not, he's an auto sparky, so
Oh yeah, so it is.
thanks for fixing that for me, mate. Appreciate
we're
it.
here
So
for you.
here's some dyno, and let's run this bad boy up.
Let's go.
Just a quick reminder, guys, that this is only a bonus episode, so make sure you subscribe because Wednesday we're heading to the Greens Break track for redemption in the 79. I'm going to be testing the Hilux as well as having a few special guests on, so make sure you subscribe so you do not miss out on Wednesday's episode. However, first, let's throw the dad bus back on the dyno to get it ready for the track.
So among the white smoke, there's been a lot of fuel dumped into the exhaust from that injector, so it's just all burning out of the mufflers. So
Yeah, it does look pretty outrageous. About 340 horsepower.
340 and 1130.
So it only says 829, mate.
Nah, that one is the lower tune, one of the lower tunes.
Oh, yeah. No bad angles.
No bad angles.
We'll go down low. Oh, it just gets better. Oh my God! Oh.
Is that a Hiluxaurus Rex?
Got a bit of news, do we?
You know, like when Buckner's car's sitting there with no engine in it, this is 8-speed, Mr. Dan, the man's beautiful 76 and his beautiful new 1VD stroker motor sitting there
Just teasing you.
teasing me. And the boys are like, this is what you should be doing. And I'm
We
like,
can make it happen.
I really wanted to do something different with that motor that, you know,
It's not common.
I don't even think it's been done. I think there's 179 done. There's a few 200 series.
Now Dan's has got one.
Dan's beat me to it, and I'm really not happy about that. We're going for a stroker motor. 5.1 litre of turbo diesel. Amazing. It's going to be a choo-choo train. Leave it with him to work his magic. So we're going to pull the motor out, send it over to G Turbo in Western Australia. They do the build over there. They're the dudes. And then they send it back. We refit it. And stay tuned for that one. Come here. What do you think of Dad's stroker motor idea?
Choo-choo train. In this episode, you would have seen both vehicles are all tuned up and ready to go. So the plan was to drive them both home, but we're going to go hit some tracks, beaches, and have some fun and drop the dad bus back at Tuneworks before we go home.
Thanks, Mighty Ellen.
I suppose I've given it away, but the old girls made it all the way back.
Ooh,
2,000 Ks of
2,000 Ks. I'm proud of it.
absolute fury.
And I mean, let's be honest. The dad bus was getting tired. That motor has copped an extreme amount of abuse. It's probably due for a rebuild anyway. We've got some big trips we want to do, so may as well make that thing bulletproof. So with the stroker motor, not only do you get extra capacity, but it's a fully forged undercarriage, basically. A lot stronger rods, a lot stronger crank.
Oh, my
Everything
goodness.
is upgraded, so...
You have to upgrade your gearbox.
I believe I will upgrade the gearbox.
cha-ching.
Yeah. I've got a couple of events coming up. So on the 1st of March, King Chrome Warehouse over down in Victoria. Myself, Pooley, Richo, I believe Aussie Arvos, and a stack of other of your favourite guys you love to watch are going to be down there.
I can't make it, sorry guys.
TJ can't make it, unfortunately. It is a tool sale, so they're clearing the warehouse. They've got a lot of clearance stuff. Might even be some cheeky prizes to be won, but come on down, say good day to us. I'm gonna have Shed Life workwear there as well, if you guys wanna try it on, feel it, purchase it, whatever you like. That's kind of the first time we've had it in the wild like that, so that's a cool opportunity.
And then after that, we have Brizzy's show, March 15, 16, 17, I believe.
Sure is.
But I'll be at that one.
TJ will be at that one. We're gonna have the 300. We're
Yeah.
gonna have the LN there. Dad bus probably won't make it, unfortunately.
No, it's going to have no motor in it.
The world's best Landcruiser 250 will be there. This one won't be. This one will be given away. So if you're a Shed Life Club member, this is this month's prize. So there is about a week left of this one. 3rd of March it is drawn.
She's looking bloody pristine.
I absolutely love
Wow.
these V6
next gen Rangers. It is the sport model, so it's leather. It's got all the awesome features, heated seat. Daddy got you 12 roses and I'm your Valentine's, aren't I? She's all shy now. All right, to all the dads out there, make sure you're buying your daughters a rose, because one day some other bloke's going to do it. And you ain't going to like it.